Live your life within the moment, and don't go wait until the morning. You never know when it is over. All that I know is we'll get older. So let us dance this night away.
Hello! Today we're going to talk you through our April bucket list. These are 10 things that we want to get done in our trip at Disneyland when we go this April. We're going to start off with number 1. That is Crush's Coaster. This is a me thing.
Doesn't involve me, this one.
No, you're not a roller coaster
I'm not a massive
goer.
roller coaster goer, am I? So Crush's Coaster is not my thing. But I'm quite happy to sit at the bottom of them and look after buggies and bags. But
and baby.
And baby, yeah. I'll sit out this one.
Myself and Edie have never done Crush's before. The queues have always been incredibly long. We thought on our last trip at Christmas that she was actually too short. We hadn't done the research and it turns out she is in fact tall enough to go on it. But we obviously saw the ride when we were queuing for Buzz when we went at Christmas, and she was really keen, wasn't she? She was like, can I go on that one? And we were like, no, you're not tall enough. Anyway, she's tall enough. So we are going to do Crush's. The aim of the game for Crush's is hopefully Edie and I will run straight there. We will swipe in early doors in magic hours and try and get there when the queue isn't too long. I'm willing to wait about an hour, that's fine. We did 90 minutes at the Lego Mythica ride, so she can wait.
We did 80 minutes for Ratatouille once.
We did do 80 minutes on Ratatouille once, and that was in like the scorching heat as well, may I add. It was last April. How the weather is so different. So we want to do that. We are prepared to use the Premier Access. I believe it is £12 per guest. We are willing to do that, aren't we?
I think it's because, as we said in the last one, like we don't always do Crush's Coaster.
Yeah.
You really want to do it.
Desperate.
So I think so that we can kind of get on with the rest of our day, paying it may well be not a bad idea.
The way forward.
It's not something we do. We've never done the Premium Access Pass.
No, we know where to start. That's number 1. Crush's.
So the next one then is our food bucket list. So we've kind of got a few different items we want to do. So there's 2 things in particular. Firstly is we want to try and get an ice cream from the March Hare, which is over in Fantasyland. And then the other item we want to try and get, and we've seen this quite a lot on social media,
gosh, yes,
are the
vloggers.
Buzz Lightyear eclairs, which you can get in one of the little food stands in Walt Disney Studios. So you can find the Buzz eclairs opposite the Cars Roulette ride in Walt Disney Studios, and it's in like a little cart that's next to the meet and greet area where you normally meet Buzz, Woody, Jessie, whoever is on at that time. So we are probably on the day that we go and do Crush's, probably try and tick that one off whilst we're there.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, something that we've seen quite a lot, and we keep going, we really want to get that, really want to get that. I very nearly caved and bought it when I went on my solo school trip a few weeks ago, but I did specifically save that delight for when we all go as a family. So
because it's not fair, he was already in Disneyland without me, and going and having something I want to try.
Well,
it's not fair.
I actually FaceTimed you with the little cart in the background
while I was on my lunch break after having an absolute chaos of a weekend. He's like,
and I'm like,
hey!
it's there.
I was like, no.
2 of the items that we really want to try. There's lots of us, I'm sure, like snacky bits and Mickey shaped food. Who doesn't go to Disney and want Mickey shaped food? I mean, that is just a standard.
It tastes better when it's shaped like Mickey.
So I'm sure we'll pick up other bits along the way, but the 2 we want to try and tick off are the ice cream from the March Hare and also the Buzz Lightyear eclair from Walt Disney Studios.
The March Hare ice creams are actually really reasonably well priced as well. So I've done a bit of research. I've seen so many Disney Instagrammers and Disney vloggers post about them. They're actually €5, which, you know, in Disney is a really good price. They do one in like a bowl cone, which is like the door handle, so you know when she gets shrunk down, it's that. And then another one that's actually got popcorn and toffee. I think there's 3 options from the March Hare ice cream stand. Quite a good selection of ice creams across the park that are different themes, so if that's what you're into, then keep an eye out. Number 3 is Dream and Shine Brighter. Now, This is our all-time favourite show. Like, we adore it, don't we?
It's definitely the best one they've ever done, especially in the time that we've been going, the last 5-6 years or so. But we think a lot of people have said that it's the best one they've ever seen.
Yeah, like we remember the first time we saw the Dream and Shine Brighter parade. We had just walked through for the Disney annual pass event last year, and Simon was ill, and I
was really ill. I was like, what is going on here?
I'd made him go to work at that day, even though he was really ill, because I was like, no, you're going to work, we're going to Disney, we've got a babysitter, like, this plan will not fail. She walked in and we had no idea what was going on. This was the first time, I believe, that they had showcased the Dream and Shine Brighter parade. The Dream and Shine Brighter show wasn't actually shown, I believe, until the 30th, which is the 12th of April. So it was really good. We absolutely love it. We've watched it from every single angle, pretty much, haven't we?
I think on one of our last trips, I think I watched it with Marley about 4 different times in one day, just when you were doing rides and meet and greets and stuff.
People will say there's these perfect areas to watch the parade, but I think as far as we're concerned, it doesn't matter where you watch it. We've watched it from standing where Casey's is, we've watched it from further up Main Street, near the train station, on that corner before it turns to go in. This time, we want to watch it in Central Plaza. We haven't watched it in Central Plaza, normally because you have to wait like really early pre-parade to get a good spot in Central Plaza, but this is something that we are adding to the bucket list, is to watch Dream and Shine Brighter in the middle of the Central Plaza, between the 4 stages, where the characters rotate between the stages.
I think what's really good about that as well is the fact that they don't let it get too overcrowded.
No,
so I've heard that if you're going to go and stand in that middle kind of area where you're kind of in between the 4 different stages, they let a certain amount of people in, and then when it gets to a certain crowd level, they stop letting more people in, which I think is really good. So it doesn't get too crowded in that middle area, and it means you can't. It means you can move around, doesn't it? You can see what's going on in 4 different stages, and I think actually, the fact that we've seen it from so many different angles, and the fact that we said it doesn't really matter, is because there is so much going on. Like whether it's on the stages, whether it's on the kind of like the little road that goes around Central Plaza.
Yeah, even when it cavalcades back up, it is just, it is the best. And the characters, they did such a great selection. You've got Tiana, Woody, you've got the 2 Zootropolis characters, you've got Coco, yeah, you've got Miguel from Coco, and obviously you've got the classics as well. Number 3 was Dream and Shine Brighter.
So number 4 on our bucket list for this next trip is to try and do more meet and greets. We are having a slightly longer trip this time around. Normally we do quite fast and short trips, and we're always trying to do certain things in those trips, which doesn't include meet and greets. But because we've got a little bit more time this time around, we are going to try and make an effort to try and do some more character meet and greets. Now we've got 2 in mind that we really want to do. I think Avengers is one we definitely want to do, some sort of Avengers meet and greet. So we want to try and do that on one of the days that we're there. Also, and this may shock you, but in all the years that we've been going and the amount of times we have visited Disneyland Paris, we've never actually met Stitch. He's out every single time, he's always got a long queue, and I think we always see that and go, oh, it's something else that we can do, like just for a meet and greet. But we've seen so many people online that have had really great interactions with Stitch, and when we've walked past Stitch, we've always seen the kind of interactions that he has with guests there. So I think we are going to try and do Stitch if we can. Edie really wanted to meet Stitch on one of our previous trips. And
it was gutting.
We just
missed
queue,
it.
They closed the queue line, didn't they? And she was gutted. So I think we will try and do that to try and fulfil that for her.
It's also worth saying that Avengers meet and greets, you have to book through the app. You can't just turn up and do a meet and greet. Also, a bit like Princess Pavilion, you don't know which character you're going to get. It's worth noting that it is a random selection, very much like Princess Pavilion. As I'm sure if you're avid Disney goers, you can understand the Princess Pavilion frustration of not knowing which one you are going to get. We were pretty good that when we did Pavilion, that Edie wasn't bothered which princess we saw.
No, she just wanted to do it, didn't she?
We got Snow, but you just don't know who you're going to get. And the cast members, you can ask and they won't tell you who is in that room.
We might try and also meet Mickey Mouse as well, because on one of our previous trips with Marley, we dressed him up as Mickey Mouse, especially for the meet and greet, queued 80 minutes.
When it said it was 60.
Yeah, 5 minutes away from the end of the queue, he falls asleep. And then it means that we've got pictures of Marley with Mickey fast asleep. So we want to try and maybe do that one as well if we can, so that we can get because he loves Mickey Mouse and he really does, love watching all the Mickey Mouse cartoons.
Yeah.
So it would be nice to try and get him to meet Mickey Mouse if we can.
So that's what we want to do for our meet and greet. So that was number 4. Number 5, we want to do the Avengers drone show.
I really want to do that one.
We
really.
have seen this on so many YouTube videos and Instagram accounts and like everywhere. Oh my, it just looks amazing.
Yeah, so it's over by Tower of Terror, isn't it, in Walt Disney Studios, and we've seen the fact it's got the drones, it's got pyrotechnics, it's got fireworks, and it does look incredible. So we do want to try and make an effort to watch that one, don't we?
Disney are really up in their game with the drones. They really are. So that is, it's wonderful. That is our number 5.
So number 6 on our bucket list then for our trip is to go and watch the new Disney Dreams fireworks show. So it's always been Disney Illuminations whilst we've been going, and we love Disney Illuminations. Like, it is a brilliant show, but I think it's getting tired, and I think it is time for a change. And we have seen on social media, a lot of people have said that Disney Dreams, when it was Disney Dreams before, it was brilliant and was amazing, and actually people do seem to prefer Disney Dreams to Disney Illuminations. So it will be something, again, that's new for us. It's the first time we've done Disney Dreams, and it'll be really nice to see a different type of show for the fireworks. So yeah, we're really excited about that, and we want to make sure that we do that on one of the nights that we are there.
That starts the 12th of April. So what a really good time to start, you know, seeing into their 31st year with the Disney Dreams. I actually haven't seen the fireworks, illuminations, dreams, whatever, since pre-COVID.
No, you wouldn't have done, would you?
No, because the first time we went back, it was October. It was still social distancing, face masks, COVID passes, that kind of thing. Marley was a tiny baby in the sling. He was only 3 months old. He literally was just shy of 3 months old when we went. And they weren't on, so we didn't do them. And then in April, we were just exhausted.
Yeah, we didn't get to do it, did we?
No, and then again in December when we went, because it was such a short trip, and actually you probably can see it if you go further down our channel and go back to our vlog, we only had 2 hours sleep that Saturday, Friday into Saturday.
I think a mixture of cold, it was really cold as well, and that tiredness has just meant we weren't going to make it.
Yeah, and the kids were tired, so we just decided to take one for the team and not do it. So I'm really excited.
But I think that happened because we've seen Disney Illuminations so many times.
Yeah.
That's what I mean about the tired thing.
Yeah, so we were like,
we've seen it before, like it's nothing special. But this time round, it's something that's new, something that's different, and we do really want to make sure we make
and it would be nice for us all to see it at the same time. Although I highly doubt Marley will watch it, he'll probably be fast asleep because it's at 11 o'clock.
You also have the drone show before that as well, so Disney Delights.
And Lumi.
Exactly, and the last time I went with the school trip, that was cancelled actually because of the weather. So I've only seen them once, again, that's mad, I've only seen those drones once, because we saw them on the annual pass event, and then we watched it, didn't we?
Felt a bit queasy.
We stood right at the front, just in front of the castle, and we felt a bit, oh my god, this is a bit much. But I think that's because we just travelled literally like the whole 5 hours beforehand just to get to that point, and we were a bit dazed. It'd be nice to see them properly, but just before the Disney Dreams fireworks show as well.
So that was number 6, Dream and Shine Brighter. Number 7 is Autopia. Again, another ride we haven't done in ages. That will be really good. It was closed for a long length of time, and it, for us, has recently been opened. It is worth adding though, Autopia has a height restriction of 81 centimetres, which to me feels crazy considering you can go on Pirates with a 3-month-old baby. That's got drops. So we did Pirates with Marley as like a 3-month-old baby in the sling. Yeah, he has to be 81 centimetres to go on Autopia. And for those that don't know, Autopia is just basically glorified cars.
It's like a go-kart, isn't it? They don't really go far.
They stay on a track.
You're on a track, aren't you? So you can't veer off. But no, it's just nothing more than that, really, isn't it?
No, but you have to be 81 centimetres. So if Marley is tall enough, he will come on. If he's not tall enough, one of us will go on with Edie and the other will go and probably do Buzz. That is number 7, Autopia.
So number 8 on our bucket list then is to do web slingers. which is a Spider-Man themed ride in Walt Disney Studios and in Avengers Campus. So we haven't actually done any of the rides yet in Avengers Campus, and we really want to do something. Like we said earlier, I'm not exactly a massive fan of the fast roller coasters. So Flight Force isn't something that I'm really keen on doing, and Edie's too short to do it at the moment, so we've always skipped that one. So out of the other ones that are on offer, it's really Web Slingers. And actually Web Slingers does look really good. It's a bit like
Lego Ninjago
at Legoland, isn't it? So
which you're not very good at, so
it's very difficult. That's one of the difficult rides.
I think it's all this, like you have to have your arms like positioned a certain like length above the Ninjago ride to be able to get it.
It's not well designed, but hopefully Web Slingers is. And to be fair, we've seen loads of things again online that says it's really good and as an experience. So yeah, no, we really want to do that one.
So yeah, number 8 is Web Slingers. Number 9, pre this vlog, we asked Edie what she wanted to do, because obviously like it's her trip, well, as well as Marley's, but if we were to ask Marley, he would just say Buzz. Edie wants to do Tower of Terror, which is her, I generally think it could be her all-time favourite ride. We're going to do Tower of Terror. She loves it. I think she likes that adrenaline, because she always like acts scared, and then when she gets off, she literally says to us, can I do it again? We've been really lucky with Tower of Terror waits. Like, we normally go like mid-afternoon, don't we, to Tower of Terror, and it's only ever like between a 30-minute and a 45-minute wait, and normally it runs quicker than that anyway. So yeah, we're gonna do Tower of Terror. It's an Edie and I thing.
It's not me thing.
There's no way I'm gonna go on Tower of Terror.
I do want to do it one day.
Yeah.
I think once Marley gets to the age where he goes on it, and I'm the only one left, and I've got no baby to look after, no buggy to look after.
No reasons.
I'm running out of reasons to kind of sit at the bottom of a ride. So I think when it gets to that point, I probably will force myself onto it. You're desperate for me to get onto it.
I am, and I generally don't think it's that, like, I don't know, I'm a bit of an adrenaline seeker. Edie's an adrenaline seeker, but I don't think it, as like towers go and drop towers go, it's not a scary one, because
you say that. I've heard people say it's really, really scary.
Well, I don't think it is. I mean, I've done and this will be one for the theme park people, but Movie Park in Germany, they have a drop tower that actually drops you at a 90-degree angle.
Yeah, that sounds ideal.
That is scary. Give me that any day. But yeah, Tower of Terror, I think it's because you're encapsulated in like a cage that it doesn't scare me. And I think a bit like Big Thunder, if I can get you on it, you'll be alright. Yeah, as long as I don't get stuck at the top.
When you, it's like when you got me on that for the first time, we got stuck on the ride.
We did it, and we did it again, even though we did get stuck on it. That's the story for another time. And then she said she wanted to do Star Tours again.
She wants to drag me on.
She wants Simon to go on Star Tours.
I mean, that's not exactly a scary ride as such. I've heard that it's, I mean,
it's
again,
really
let us know in the comments if you have been on it and disagree, but it sounds like it's quite not brilliant if you have motion sickness. I'm not a massive fan of motion sickness, if I've been honest with you. But I probably will give it a go at some point. But if not, then you'll do it.
Yeah, well, Edie and I did it last April anyway. The ride that we'd always sort of seen on other vloggers that we watched with children similar ages, and they'd sort of done it, and we were like, shall we do it? And then I just made the decision, because it was one of the only things in the park that she could do that we hadn't done. I'm always about giving her these experiences of trying to get, you know, if you don't like trial them on things like this, they're never going to know what they like and what they don't like, and I don't want her to be scared of rides, because
yeah, I don't want to.
No one wants to sit at the bottom of the roller coaster.
I never try and impart my, I wouldn't say it's fear, but my dislike of roller coasters on the children, because I don't think it's very fair. Chloe says I think it's fair. It's good that they have the opportunity to explore it for themselves and make their own decision. And thankfully, so far, it's worked with Edie.
Oh yeah. So that one was number 9.
So number 10 on our bucket list then for our trip is to try and find the Disney Monopoly for the 30th anniversary. We have tried every trip since the 30th anniversary celebration started to track down this Monopoly. We've been trying to track this down for seems like forever. I went a few weeks ago, and the first thing I did when I entered the park was to try and find this Monopoly. I found the puzzle, but I've not yet found the Monopoly.
Hopefully number 10 will come through for us. Fingers crossed. Number 10 is the Disney 30th anniversary Monopoly. That's our April bucket list. We hope you've enjoyed seeing what we want to get up to. Hopefully we will be able to get it all done.
So make sure you're following us on our Instagram account, which is Inkpen-Butler Adventures, to see how we get on. We will be sharing stories from our time from the park during the days that we are there. And also make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel so that you can watch all of the vlogs from our trip once we are home, and to see if we have done all that we set out to do, and obviously more.
Our next video will be a pack with us and a what we take to Disneyland Paris. So until then, come with us and enjoy the adventure.
See you next time.